I'll do it.
Yeah?
I got this one. All right, guys, we're going into game number 1 on Overgrowth. In the bottom left-hand corner, give a big cheer for Flash!
The crowd here absolutely love Flash, and I'm not surprised. Like, Flash and Jay don't get such cheers, but Flash especially, what a legend.
Yeah.
He's a cool guy as well.
You know, there's actually so much that's already happened in this game. We haven't even introduced Taeja, and like, there's already stuff to talk about. Yeah, Funk has got it. There is an SCV in his base.
Oh,
that
wow.
is so
And there's
cheeky.
a barracks in his base.
This is cheesy.
Yeah, yeah, a little.
Oh,
we saw it!
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
How on earth do you check this corner of the map?
Wow.
All right, we're not even 2 minutes into the game. It's already crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so like with that barracks in base, I can only assume that it was going to be Marauders afterwards with like a bunker follow-up.
I think actually you just go Marines.
You think?
Maybe. And you build the bunker right away, and then you just bunker hop into their mineral line.
I've actually lost to players that get Marauders out and then bunker me though. Like, I guess both are pretty viable, but you definitely think it was Marines. I guess it's a question for the interview afterwards.
He was building gas, because when the barracks, or I'm not sure if he started the gas right when he canceled the barracks or not.
He would have had a sick reaction time and decision making.
Yeah, so I think you're probably right in that it was Marauders, because he already had that gas going.
Anyways, that's still an advantage for Taeja, because Flash did have to send this SCV really early on.
Yeah,
very early, like one of his first SCVs, I do believe, or at least like the 7th out.
I think as soon as the game started, he sent the SCV. So it's several hundred minerals that Flash is missing. It costs about 100 to scout your opponent's base, plus it was sitting in Taeja's base for a bit of time.
Like if you think about each SCV mining, like what is it, 40 minerals per minute, roughly?
Yeah, something like that.
So that's 3 minutes gone. That's 120 minerals right there.
Plus the cancel.
Plus the cancel and the fact that he had to walk back home. Like he tried to make some use of it by scouting a little bit, but yeah, he's certainly behind now.
Yeah. And we can see that it's most obvious in the factory timings. Taeja's factory is about 20 seconds faster than Flash's, even though they did what's kind of like it's supposed to be the same build. You know, it's kind of supposed to be gas first, but with the barracks cancel and like the weird scouting, Flash's build isn't quite that.
Just a delayed Taeja build, basically. But like Flash tried to use the SCV that was in his base already to harass and slow him down, but Taeja handled himself very well. And here we have a double gas build for Flash, which means he's probably going for Banshee, whereas Taeja's just going for a Hellion, like marine-based pressure build here by the looks of it.
Daishi's really confused right now. He got the screen stuck at 90 degrees rotation. It happens every once in a while when we're watching.
Get rid of it?
You have to spec Funka, and then when he spins his camera, it'll fix it. But
Funka, spin your camera. Thank you, Funka.
So we went for a Reaper.
Let's
just giggling the whole time.
Well, he spun it, but now it's spun the other way. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
It's fine.
He went for the fast Reaper. He's going to do some pressure here. And Taeja looks like he's just making early units.
Ooh, wouldn't mind on the high ground. I'm trying to bait out that Reaper, but pops up at the wrong moment. But gets a good scout here. Doesn't see a tech lab on the starport yet, but he sees the switch possibly happening. Sees the second gas too. So you can most likely anticipate that, yes, he is going to be following up with a Banshee. And he's seen the Widowmine now, he's seen the Hellion, so he knows there's going to be like 2 prongs of aggression. But Taeja actually making the Raven.
Yeah, and I think the Raven's pretty smart because it got scouted so early, and because the Banshee, if he were to make a Banshee, is pretty late. It's kind of like the cross your fingers Banshee. It flies in at 8 minutes and 30 seconds with cloak, and if your opponent's not prepared at all, then it does a lot of damage. But if he anticipates it, then yeah.
And Flash actually was going for a Banshee build, then cancelled it and went for the Raven. So Taeja definitely playing this is kind of nasty.
This is not going to do very much damage at all.
No.
So many Hellions here. Does get the SCV, and that's going to, of course, a worker dead, but also delay that command center a little bit longer.
And he is a little bit ahead. Now getting the Banshee after the Raven. So
Make for Flash, though. Just put it in the second factory.
Oh, he fixed it.
Yes.
Flash is really... Is it fixed? Mine's screwed still. But 3 CC for Taeja. That is ballsy. We didn't really talk about these guys stylistically. Like before the match, Taeja is a guy that I don't often see him play mech actually in TVT. He's always been that very, very strong bio player with tanks in good positions, getting a lot of Vikings too before he gets a lot of medevacs to get air control. Whereas Flash, every time I see him, he's just a very, very solid mech player.
There is this series that I will always remember. It was WCS Season 2 Finals, Taeja against Innovation. This game, just like, I don't remember the map. It was this, whatever. It was an amazing game, like 1 hour, bio against mech, and we could see that...
Oh, on Newkirk.
Newkirk, exactly.
Yep.
We could see that Taeja's bio is just the best in the world.
Yeah, he's one of those players that every once in a while he plays mech, but almost never. Almost always he's playing bio.
Yep.
And he is going for double Vikings, so that's kind of his safety net there. That you get a healthy Viking count, you don't have to worry about quite as much. You know, Banshee flies into your base, you've got a Raven, 3 or 4 Vikings, it's no problem. That double medevac drop, no real problem. He doesn't have to worry too much about like a Hellion Banshee timing, because he's got that double reactored Vikings.
And one of the things that he has done, so he got that Banshee early on. Now he's switched into double Viking, or like a reactive starport production. So, and as a mech player, you barely ever get like a 4, and if you're outnumbered in Vikings early on, that can save you for a long time. So the fact that he got the early 3rd CC...
That can kill you.
And he knows that there's not an army that can come and kill him very soon, but this is unfortunate for Flash here.
Yeah, he reacted quickly enough that he'll be able to escape here. You can speed boost out. But it is nice for Taeja. He doesn't have to worry about that Hellion aggression. And on these 3 CCs, those Hellions have a potential to do a lot of damage. You know, Taeja's army is quite small right now.
It's really small, and he's investing in a lot of stuff, like double eBay right now, getting the extra barracks, the tanks out.
I feel like
his production is pretty low.
I'm surprised he's going double eBay against mech.
Yeah, me too, but it's some kind of a clash of style in terms of TVT for these two players. They're just playing a totally different TVT.
Yeah.
At the same level, I think, so.
Well, let's look at the SCVs. So 47 SCVs for 40 of Flash. I didn't expect it to be that
that's because of
3CC.
The 3CC.
And I guess the initial opening too, like everything was just a bit earlier. Like his first CC finished a good 50 seconds earlier, I do believe. So yeah, Taeja is in the lead right now, but Flash, upon having map control with the Hellions, he put down his 3rd right at the 3rd, so his 3rd will probably be up. In fact, probably a little bit faster than Taeja.
Yeah, I mean, it really just depends on when Taeja feels confident enough to actually take that base. Ooh, this... Oh, he scans now. He confirms that it's mech. The star... Ooh, medevac in the middle. That's 10 supply gone for Taeja, as well as a bit of map control, map presence.
Which 3rd do you think... I was about to say, which 3rd do you think Taeja's going to take? And he's taking the aggressive 3rd here.
Against mech? I kind of like that back one.
Me too, because if the mech player gets control of this watchtower, you don't need air control, which is what Taeja's vying for here.
You can take a very good fight, very good concave from there as well.
That is true.
Which is harder on the left side.
If you're on the left side, you can have a row of tanks that you just can't engage against while flanking or hitting your CC, and you can't squeeze through that little gap.
I think that anyways, Taeja want to take the initiative to Flash.
I guess also with this way, your rally goes across your 3rd in case of like Hellion run-bys and stuff, and like the Hellbat drops and what have you. So keeps it all nice and tightly packed, so you get turrets on the right-hand side of your main base, turrets on the right side, maybe a bunker at your 3rd, and then just turrets behind your natural.
Hellions moving into the 3rd of Flash, doing a bit of damage here. Not sure how many workers actually got picked off, not too many.
Worker count sort of evening up here, 57 against 50, or in fact 60 against 57, so both continually making workers. You normally stop at around 65, 67 in TVT. There's no real reason to go much higher than that.
Yeah, although that will depend a little bit on what style they're using. If Taeja's deciding to go into Sky, then he'll make a bit more workers so he can actually get gases at his 4th base and get the additional economy there. If he's going for more of a 3-base style, then he'll be stopping SCVs pretty soon. And it's a little similar with Flash. You know, it just depends. Is he actually going to get that fast 4th and saturate, or is he going to go for a big 3-base timing? And that will dictate basically when he stops SCV production.
One thing I'd like to point out is Taeja still doesn't have 1 medevac on the map. As a bio player.
Yeah, well, he's just been making Vikings the whole time.
He's still behind in that Viking count, though, 12 to 9. So it's a little bit of a scary position for Taeja here, because he's not really going to win the air battle.
Taeja has just added 2 factories.
Does he add a choice, though?
I'm not sure.
Because if you just build medivacs, they're gonna die anyway.
They are going to die. I think the Viking choice is wise, but as we've seen on the production tab for the last few minutes, there hasn't been a Viking being made.
I think actually
lands all his
Whoa, what
Vikings.
is this, Taeja? Lands all the Vikings here, and he's trying to break the front, but Flash is completely in position. I don't really foresee this working.
And the Marines are doing some good damage on the...
Although the
Vikings.
siege tank positioning is very nice here. He's a... Oh, okay. Couple hits for free. This is a little bit dangerous because he doesn't have constant vision because Flash has that air control.
2 more factories for Taeja.
That's
interesting.
Yeah, this is going to be a big switch for Taeja. Like he realizes that the game's going to really slow down very soon. It's going to start becoming about who has most bases at what point in time. It's going to be a split map scenario, and I think Taeja's really anticipating that.
Yeah, this is a style that is more favored in Korea. Some of the Kespeterans are more known for this. People like Cure, where they actually fight mech with mech. They start with bio, and they have kind of a bio backbone. Instead of Hellions, they'll have Marine Marauder, and then they'll have a ton of siege tanks, and use that to control space.
I've totally seen that too. Also, where they don't even get the final 3-3 upgrades on the engineering bays. Even they just totally switch into mech.
Yep.
And just use the bio for just because they wanted to play it initially. But yeah, now 3 tanks at a time for Flash. He's actually able to make medevacs at this point in time, which for a mech army, when you start landing those Hellbats on top of the bio.
Oh yeah.
For a bio player, it gets very, very messy. So right now, Flash, air control, lots of medevacs. These are 5 medevacs here, all with Hellbats in. This could get very scary for Taeja.
Oh, I love it from Flash, putting some
He's actually
aggressive turrets on the 3rd base. He has like a base.
You mean Taeja's turrets?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There.
That is nice. That isn't a wall that you're likely to break anytime soon. But a few more turrets, those medevacs of Flashes will die. But what's Flash doing here in the middle of the map?
He's actually doing a little bit of pressure, but Taeja recognizes that he's moved out. He's bringing some of his bio back. This force at the bottom is still very cost inefficient to break with all those siege tanks, the Vikings sitting there, potential for auto turrets. And meanwhile, Flash is taking most of his army, and he's actually going for a big counterattack.
This is a very, very scary army.
Yes, the Raven will make a big, big difference with the 2 PVD.
Oh, he's
and
going
here we
for it.
go. Drops all the Hellbats on top of Taeja's army. Tries to siege up, but the Hellbats are moving in. Vikings removing any medevacs that Taeja had, and now he's going to land the Vikings and try and break through.
Yeah, and Flash is constantly pushing. The supply is very, very close still. But these Hellbats, they do not die very quickly at all, especially with this medevac support. And big push, counter push from Taeja as well while all this is going on. So this looks like it's going to be a third for a third, but Flash is in a much more forward position here.
Oh, but the wall here is gonna buy some time for Taeja with the bunker as well.
Not much time.
Bunker goes down pretty
That was a
quickly
few
now.
seconds.
Yeah, I mean, they're both getting pretty trapped in here, but Flash, the army that he has out the map, 12 tanks against 4 now of Taeja, and it's looking very, very bad for Taeja indeed.
Yeah,
He has
Taeja's
10 Viking though against 9.
Taeja's going to have to sit basically in his main now. He doesn't have enough forces to actually break into Flash's natural. Meanwhile, Flash is going to be able... Oh yeah, he will be able to move his tanks and siege Flash's natural from behind. But Flash has a mining, what's effectively a 3rd base now. He can transfer the SCVs there, and Taeja won't really be able to leave his main. He has production, but with all the siege tanks and the Vikings and it's contained, he's not really going to be able to get out on the map.
I mean, just look at Flash supply and it's mech 178.
Yep.
It's almost higher than.
Oh, and look at this. Like, he's got command centers dying on like what was his 3rd on the right side of the map here, which isn't good. It is going to just get away. Taeja now trying to walk back across the map, but he is going to meet a little squad of Flash, so this gets from bad to worse for Taeja here.
Yeah, and he's going to try and break this contain here. All the bio units going in, getting roasted, absolutely. The Raven trying to drop some auto turrets, some point defense drones, doesn't really get anything off. The Vikings are going to clean up the Vikings, but without any Banshees, the air superiority at this point doesn't really matter for Taeja.
And GG is called. Flash takes first game.
What a game already. I mean, it started with a Scarlet Proxy in base.
You know when that happens to you too, and you're against a player that you know...
Dislike?
Well, I mean, that sucks too, but when you know you're against a player that's of pretty equal skill to you, I always feel terrible when that kind of thing happens to me. Like, coming back from that kind of situation does take a bit of a mental fortitude. And like,
you mean on Flash's end?
Yeah, certainly.
Exactly. He was behind, I mean.
It was almost lucky for Taeja that, or sorry, lucky for Flash that Taeja scouted it so early. You know, if that barracks is halfway,
then you commit.
Yeah, Taeja versus Flash.
Okay.
Yeah. Thinking.
Is Funker in this game?
Funka? Yeah, he should be. I mean,
Yeah, he's control 1. You can get. Yeah, sure. Why not? You ready? Taeja, you ready? Tell me you're ready.
I am ready for you.
Good. Here we go, guys. Game number 2, semifinal number 1. In the top right-hand corner, give a big cheer for KT Roasters Flash.
Solid effort.
Thank you. Am I doing this one too?
Yes.
All right, great.
I don't follow that one.
You had to get the first one. You had to sneak in.
I mean, you either make me look bad before I do it or after I do it, you know?
All right, guys, and in the bottom left-hand corner, he needs no introduction, but I'm going to give him one anyway. One of the players with the most titles in StarCraft 2, travels Europe, Korea, and America, conquering tournaments left and right. Give a big cheer for Liquid Taeja!
Daishi's mind is blown right now.
Daishi's just rotating the camera, zooming in and out.
Yeah,
Funka, this is how you should do player intros.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we see from these two guys? Absolute mirror builds
I would
right now,
actually,
gas
yeah, I
first.
mean, look at the resources.
Yeah, they're totally matching the gases exactly the same times.
The only thing that's different is whether one player is building an extra SCV or not. Is Flash actually? No. Is he going to make that extra SCV?
I don't think so.
Nobody,
Is he?
nobody makes that SCV. Yeah,
He is.
No, he is.
Wow.
That's really weird.
Why not?
I mean, usually you have like 5 seconds that you can
well-
kind of fit him in, but having the orbital a good
But sometimes
13
you can
seconds
put
faster.
your barrack slightly
No, I know
later.
why. It's because he's going to build a Reaper.
Oh, yeah.
Because
okay.
if you build Marines, then it's awkward and you kind of get supply blocked. But if you build a Reaper, then you have time to build the depot and it'll finish, and then it's fine.
All right. Learn something new every day.
No, he will be supply blocked.
No, I don't think so.
He will be for like 5 seconds.
Oh, yeah. I guess that's right.
I like the earlier orbital.
Oh,
I do too.
Flash. What's that? We all saw that. I mean, he got supply blocks. Even him.
Foreign Terrans unite. Okay, so
Nice.
these builds, the only difference is the Reaper. It looks like
Well,
they're both-
Reaper, Hellion, the starports later.
Lot going to go for Banshee by the looks of it. Yeah.
Could be Banshee, could be Raven. I think this is a pretty good map. A lot of different angles.
By Raven timing, do you mean?
The Raven 2 medevac all in.
Yes. That's insane. Like, there's so much space to get it in your main base as well. Like,
Yeah.
I often do this. In fact, Daishi.
Yes, you like to do this.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, especially on this map, it's so good. So like, yeah, definitely can see that. Reactor very early on for Flash too. So
Oh, SCV. He's going to get picked off. Oh, see ya.
now, if you're Taeja and you barely even get to leave your base and you see this, do you think he knows what build he's up against now? That there's going to be like,
I don't think there's any build that gets that early Hellion that's not like a gas first. He might not know there's a Reaper coming, but you
When he-
definitely know it's gas first.
when he sees the Reaper, he's kind of like, okay, it's not the medevac Marine Hellion all in. now.
Yeah, it can't be that because you know the Reaper is basically 2 Marines worth of production. You'd have way too few units if you tried it.
Now, he didn't get to see that starport. Oh, did he see the starport? Can I look from his vision?
He did see the stuff.
And the
with
tech lab.
probe. Yeah.
Okay, so he's actually doing very well right now with just that little bit of a scout. May have looked like
Yep.
it failed, but that Reaper got everything that he wanted to see out of it.
Yeah, and I don't think it changes Flash's build too much. Maybe instead of the Widowmine, he'd be making a Hellion if he anticipated the Marine Hellion medevac. Still gets the CC on the low ground. You can tell he feels very comfortable with this build. You know, Banshee is incoming. He still builds the CC on the low ground, and it's a lot of this defense is going to be coming down to can Flash find out where the Banshee is coming from.
Yeah, it definitely is all about that. So he had his Hellion sitting on the tower for quite a while, but Taeja took a very unusual route, actually. Like, totally dodging the left scout tower, but didn't bother going around the right side of the map to get to the main. He's just straight going for that natural. So maybe he knows Flash likes to lay down ballsy naturals and like CCs directly on the base.
Yeah.
In which case, this is going to work out very well for Taeja.
Both players with Widow Mines.
Standoff, Wild
Yeah.
Wild West.
Ready to fire. 43 supply for both players as the harassment is gonna start for the Banshee. Gonna kill that SCV, it's always so annoying.
Yeah.
Oh, and he was transferring some SCVs to his natural.
And this is actually a pretty nice pickup. You know, it's only one SCV lost, but the lost time on that orbital command is pretty important.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's not overcommitting with his Banshee at all either.
Yeah.
He saw the Viking and knew, okay, there's probably a Raven with that somewhere.
Right.
Do I really want to just kill an extra SCV and delay this an extra 10 seconds, but also waste my Banshee? Because right now, he doesn't want to be building another Banshee. He wants like a reactor on that starport for sure.
Yeah, well, the Raven is coming out now. He's got the 2 Banshees split up, and this is going to be actually pretty tough for Flash to defend because he's only got 1 Raven. He's going to build the missile turret in the main now so he can commit his Banshees or his Viking Raven in a specific spot. Oh, the 2 Widow Mines.
This is such a standoff. But Taeja, he does have a Raven on the map now,
Yep.
so he will eventually be able to clear
Oh,
that out.
Taeja's going mech.
Wow.
Interesting.
Okay, that is cool. I haven't seen Taeja play mech in quite a while.
Oh, same, and I don't want to see that.
It's going to be fun to see like where their styles differ.
Yeah,
like
because-
upon Flash seeing him going mech thing.
Mech against mech can actually be very dynamic, especially when it goes into a lot of Hellbat drops and so on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
So-
oh, you go.
Well, I think it's kind of interesting how mech against Protoss or Zerg can be some pretty boring games. There's a lot of passive play, but mech versus mech and Terran versus Terran is actually like super crazy. There's a ton of aggression. There's very little actual turtling. And the biggest difference here with their builds is Taeja's Blue Flame is way later than Flash's because he made those 2 Banshees and Cloak.
Taeja is ahead in supply, but one of the big reasons for that, I suppose, is that Flash is actually making a very, very quick third here. And,
This could be devastating.
wants to hope on this doing a lot of damage.
Oh, the reaction
1
attack was
SCV
Taeja.
and
Oh.
about 5 SCVs go down, another couple more. Taeja's Hellions are here to respond, but the only way to actually defend that is is that medevac? The medevac almost
Wow.
goes down. He might try and chase it down because the Vikings are a bit faster than the medevac without the speed boost, but it is going to get away, and 3 of the Hellions survive. So now if we look at workers killed tab,
It's horrible. It's 10 to the 1, so 41 harvesters against 30
Yep.
of Taeja. So Taeja, upon taking all that damage, I
It's
feel
flash-stoppable.
the only real reaction is to try and deal damage yourself somehow.
some kind of timing here, some opportunity should present itself.
So let's have a look. The Viking count is 5 for Flash against the 4 of Taeja. Taeja does have 2 Banshees on the field.
Yep.
Quite a few extra Hellions, but no tank, and is moving out across the map to try and deal some damage.
Yeah,
and that
he's-
third
he's-
is pretty exposed, actually.
He's going to have a hard time winning the air battle, though, because Flash's Raven, since it was much earlier, also has much more energy. So he's going to be able to do, I
2
think,
PDDs.
2 point defense drones or potentially 4 auto turrets, which would also be pretty good in this matchup. Auto turrets tank a lot of Hellion damage. Is he going to make Hellbats? Oh, he's actually landing here. Auto turrets are going to go down, and this is Taeja's bid for this game. The Banshees are doing a lot of damage here, and because Flash landed those Vikings, Taeja may actually be able to take air control.
Oh, but the auto turrets from Flash are doing so much damage, and
Yeah.
they're not gonna die so easily.
Does he still have detection? Okay, he has a turret.
Thor! Oh my god.
Oh, what a Thor.
The daddy's here. Like,
Ooh, 1 Viking gets picked off and 1 Banshee.
Okay, but after all this, even though that didn't look the best for Taeja, he was producing SCVs at a phenomenal rate. So despite only killing 2, from being 28 to 41, it's now 45 to 42, 43 now. So pretty
good
damn well
assault.
handled by Taeja.
It was a recovery, but Flash's third is done.
Yes, I mean, he did something. It looked like
Yeah.
it didn't go well at all, but I think Flash knew the fact that he went for such a greedy third. He had to halt SCV production just to get enough units out in time. So regardless, Taeja isn't totally out of it right now.
Yeah, he's going to have to do some damage with the Banshee if he can. Auto turret, I keep calling him auto turret. Missile turret's going to finish in the third. Banshee's going to get sniped by these Vikings. Oh, a little bit of cloak, but he'll probably chase that down.
Oh,
Oh, wow. Nice. Good
gave him
dodge.
the, yeah.
Oh, no,
Oh,
he's done.
I mean, he knows.
Goodbye.
Sixth sense.
He knows what's happening on the map. 103 supply against 93. It's pretty close for mech, and considering the defense always have such advantages.
And one of the big things in TVT, especially mech versus mech, even if you do get a little advantage, can you really go and kill your opponent? Like, no, because like siege tanks, they're so good at defensive postures. So even though Flash does have like roughly a 20 supply lead here, killing his opponent at this point in time, it's going to be very hard. He's more likely to go for some kind of contain rather than a big killing blow.
Yeah, or it looks like he started to use his Hellbats offensively with those medevacs. And this is something that kind of happens when the position goes into a bit of a lull. You have the freedom to make medevacs because you don't feel so pressured by losing the air battle. You know, your opponent's Vikings are flying over your army, so you make those medevacs, start doing that drops, and it looks like Taeja's going to be out of position once again.
Oh, look at this. This medevac just speeds past those Vikings that narrowly miss it. And once these get in your mineral lines, you're going to take damage so instantly.
At the same time, there's a drop in the main. Some units trying to clean it up, but Taeja's losing a lot of mining time, plus, of course, some workers go down. Now that the medevac's flying into the third, and Flash is using all of this. He knows Taeja's army is at home, so he can freely move out with his own, and he's either going to set up a contain if Taeja's actually at the front of his base, or if he can pull Taeja's army back into his main or his natural, he can actually try and bust the third.
20 workers killed too. Was that you, Daishi?
Well, that wasn't. Hey, production, don't be.
I don't know who that was.
Okay. I mean, I don't know if that was heard on stream, but yeah, somebody just said my name very creepily. I was like, is that you, Daishi, you weirdo?
I thought it was Daishi.
I'm not that creepy, man.
I thought you guys had a special relationship that I wasn't aware of.
Well, we do, but none of that kind. Anyways,
you know,
Flash pushing on
after
the map.
all this damage has been done, Taeja is still in this. Like, 20 workers killed against the 3, and these Hellbat drops are doing a lot of damage. Okay, that's Funker. I know that voice. Oh man, these Hellbats dealing so much damage on those SUVs.
All right, GG. Wow.
That was a. I feel like that was like a Muslim GG.
Yeah.
He was down about 40 supply. He wasn't stabilizing against the Hellbats. I know you wanted to sell the game for Taeja, but I really feel like once you get in that position where you're forced to keep your army at home, you give up all map presence. And it wouldn't have been very much for Flash to just walk over and contain him on 3 bases forever.
Yeah, I mean, Taeja was in a bad spot and didn't have the resources to really spend them on turrets or leaving units at home to defend against those Hellbats. And once you start doing that, then your opponent just starts like pushing out against you. The fact that I'm keeping a straight face while this is happening.
Yeah, that's totally not.
Okay.
So, Take says it was Funka. Funka says it wasn't him. You guys don't know what we're talking about, so how about we just get into it?
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Currently, on a dominating, undefeated streak in this tournament, can anyone stop him? Give a cheer for Flash! And in the top right-hand corner, Taeja, he is down. Oh, I said his name. Well, we're going to do it anyway. In the top right-hand corner, start over, Funka. Start over. Pretend it didn't happen. All right. In the top right-hand corner, he is down, but he is not out. He almost defeated Flash the last time they met in Toronto. Can he turn it around? Give a cheer for Liquid Taeja!
Such a bigness.
And immediately, so Nimbus, a 4-player map, so you can't always scout, or you don't always scout your opponent directly. Taeja is doing a build that you don't often see in TVT, and that is CC first.
Yeah, it's incredibly risky. It's in the other matchups, there's not too many ways that this build gets countered. And if it does get countered by a Protoss or Zerg, it's usually because they're all-inning or they're specifically trying to counter it. In TVT, it feels like anything counters CC first, as long as they see it.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, if there was a map to do it in TVT, let's do it on Nimbus.
Yeah, definitely on
This
Nimbus.
is the safest map possible to do the CC first. But what I like when I go CC first, personally, is to do it the most greedy way possible. Because, yeah, you know that anyways, if you get attacked, so kinda early, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
If there is a Reaper, it's over.
You mean the single racks gas style after it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you never open up 2 racks after
Just
it.
go
because-
for it.
Yeah, if you're gonna
Greedy,
do
go
it,
for it.
if you're gonna do it, you do it right. And like,
And don't scout. Let's go.
like whenever you do 2 racks with it, I feel that a tank push can just kill you anyway.
Yeah, there's so many early aggressive options that Terran has against a CC first. Early Banshees, early tank. Well, Banshee's probably the best case scenario, but early tanks, Marine Hellion, Medevac, all so dangerous. But Flash is actually opening with a Reaper, and he is sending that Reaper to Taeja's base first.
Oh, so he saw the
he-
SCV leaving the base.
This
and
is actually good for Taeja.
Awesome for Taeja.
Yeah.
Yes. He's just losing a scouting NCV. I think he can't even know kind of where Flash was.
Yeah.
Okay, so Taeja was building a bunker at the same time.
Yeah, but there's no way
Runs
you
away.
can finish it. And the really great thing for Taeja right now is Flash doesn't know it's CC first until right now. And he would be playing so much more aggressive if he knew that. As soon as the second Marine comes out, he's actually got decent play. He's basically stabilized. But there was a huge timing window that Flash had where Taeja had no Marines, and then he had 1 Marine.
Yeah.
And he would have built a second Reaper, I think.
If he had scouted with the SEV, yeah, for sure.
Oh, look at this.
Oh.
Come on. He just works on us, I mean. I mean, Flash is not gonna lose that Reaper.
Hey, sometimes these things happen.
Yeah,
You know?
I've seen it.
Like, he could have been taking his hand off his mouse and, like, adjusting his mouse pad while that was going on.
Maybe
then
he had to
lost it.
take out his ruler really quick.
Hey, wait, have you seen him when he plays? He really just, like, take his hand off his mouse and just, like, kind of, like, do weird things with his hand. It's very unusual.
4GG was doing some kind of the same thing, I think.
I know.
Also, like cleaning the mouse pad really quickly with his hands.
Well, this is
Like-
like MKP also. He kind of like lifts his hand up and goes like this, and then like grabs his mouse again. So a lot of really good players have very weird habits that I'm pretty sure don't help, but it must be a habit or
Maybe
a
it
tick
just
or something.
Yeah. Oh, that Reaper's gonna die.
So Flash, upon seeing
Let's
it is
bet
CC
it's
first,
not. It's not gonna die.
No, it is gonna die.
It is not.
eventually.
Yes, it will.
Eventually.
I'll give it maybe.
Soon.
He's got like 10 seconds to live max.
10 seconds.
Yeah. Okay. 6:28. Ready?
Is this what we're really focusing
He's
on right
actually.
now?
Are you kidding, Taeja? Just kill the Reaper. What are you doing?
Well, he is actually microing at the same time his Flash base and killing a lot of SCVs. How many?
Oh, the Hellion!
Whoa. That could have dealt a lot more damage. But
Okay, so
the Reaper did die, but he wasn't
Yeah.
Tom Cruise Reaper.
yeah, he
Well-
was alive for a long time.
The Reaper did kill more SCVs than the Hellion.
Look at Flash's response too to seeing CC first. It's like old school TBT style where it's like if your opponent goes CC first and you went 1 rack CC, you throw down a 3rd CC very
Yep.
early afterwards. So, you know, it's like playing leapfrog here.
How did that Widowmine not detonate?
I don't know. That was really close. I think
Yes.
the Vikings hitbox is a little strange when it's because
Yeah.
it's a flying unit, and we do see Taeja with a little bit of a worker lead, but of course, like Ben was saying, that 3rd CC for Flash is going to give him a very strong economy.
And I mean, it's already up and running. Oh, look at this. This movement of this Widowmine.
Wow!
Wow.
He reacts
Must be
so
like-
well.
How is that possible?
How did he see it?
I mean,
Taeja.
he reacts so well, and Taeja is actually very, very, very well known for sniping things like observes on the map
Yeah.
Yeah.
constantly. So
Remember that game against Rain, I think.
That
All
was
of us.
crazy.
just ninja eyes, man.
On Whirlwind.
Yeah, on Whirlwind. Widowmine does get picked off, but there's not a lot of Hellions here, and once the Marines all unload, the Medevac doing a lot of healing. The
Ooh.
Viking is going to fall, and the Medevac stays
Oh.
alive, and now he's going to be able to escape.
That's actually a great little
Perfect,
attack.
Michael.
So like 3 Hellions killed and a Viking, and you lost, what, 3 Marines or so?
Yeah.
So really good trade by Taeja there. And what's the harvest count? 39 to 40. So very, very, very close. And Taeja's 3rd is soon turning into an orbital. You're laughing at my soon now. These things happen, guys.
Oh yeah, we're losing our voices. Oh, everything.
I'll
I would
blame it
love
on that.
to see this Widowmine getting cleaned by Taeja because they scares me. I mean,
What?
they're scary, the Widowmines.
Yeah, Widowmines are very scary. That's kind of a nightmare in this matchup. Kills that, and if he had scanned better, he could have gotten both.
Okay, so Flash is actually going for mech, as he has done through every time I see
Yeah.
him play.
Oh, we're gonna see some micro, I think.
Yep. How many Marines will he sacrifice to kill this Widowmine?
0.
No, he won't. He will just like take one in, go back.
I just
Take
use the
another one.
medevac to heal him. Like
That would work too.
Having some fun.
I mean, this is still nice.
Yeah.
That's cost efficiency, boys. Don't waste money.
Yeah.
Money is money.
It's actually pretty attention intensive to do that.
You know, it requires a lot of actions and
Yeah.
a lot of time.
A lot of APMs as well.
Yeah. You have to look, you have to send the Marine, fire once, stop the tank, send the Marine back, send another Marine. Yeah, it's almost so much that it's just like, oh, I just killed 2 Marines. I don't really care that much.
I know the feeling though all too well.
Yeah.
So mech for Flash, I really like that, but a bio game by Taeja, and I've seen Taeja play exceptionally well on this map. He's actually going for more standard style, I guess, of bio, where he's making the medevacs and such. Probably going to hope to be playing aggressive with drops and stuff.
I think these positions really favor Taeja in, well, just in general, but especially in mech versus bio, because Flash's natural is basically along the path that Taeja would push. If he can establish even a slightly aggressive position on the map, he can very easily threaten a doom drop into the natural as well as pressure on the ground into the third.
I feel that taking a 4th as well for Flash in these positions is very hard.
Yep.
Because the 4th south, which is the one that he's more obviously likely to take,
Yep.
it's so far away, and then being stretched out across the 4th, the 3rd natural that can all get dropped. You can even swing a drop into the main. It's very, very hard to defend it all, but lovely micro
that
by
micro.
Taeja.
Yeah. Good from Taeja.
He will never stop. And Taeja wants to actually beat Flash in the straight up macro game. Like, he started the game knowing that he's gonna go CC first, and he wants to beat him in a big, big macro game on Nimbus. That, you gotta be a man to do that.
It's pretty interesting. Taeja actually has a 4th command center that he's using just as an orbital. I'm not exactly sure when he built that.
Me neither.
Maybe it's to have a bit less SCVs, but he already has 67, so his economy is just gonna be sick. He will have like 10 barracks really quickly, I feel.
Yeah.
He's getting up to a very high barracks count right now. So, does he have the 2nd factory on the way? So pure bio
8
mech
barracks
here.
so far, yeah.
Yeah, bio, tanks, medevacs out. He's got a bunker in his natural as well, ready for Hellbat drops. So Taeja, he's not taking this lightly at all. I really like his safe, solid play. And here's going to get a cancel on the 4th.
This looks a lot better than his game on Overgrowth. I'm not sure exactly what that strategy was or why it didn't work so much. He's going to move in.
He killed 1 tank, he killed 2 tanks.
Wow, he's really going in here. But he eventually has to get back a little bit. Kept his tanks in normal mode
nice.
there.
Yeah. That allowed him to fall back in case there was a little bit too much there, but very interesting split-second decision from Taeja to move those units in. You know, he lost a lot of units, but he killed a decent amount of tanks.
Oh, this army though, it's really scary.
And the Vikings catching this. And only 1 Marine to try and save the day.
Flash is actually going to go for a big counter, and Taeja might walk right into this army. He needs to be paying attention here. Good stim from Taeja, but the medevacs are coming in. They're going to unload the Hellbats on top of that army. 2 siege tanks do get caught, and a couple more Marine Marauder comes out.
How is he gonna kill that?
I don't think that's an army that...
Yeah, I don't think
there is a Raven full of energy.
I don't think he's going to.
I think like...
I mean, there is going to be another flanking army to the left, but a PDD down, nice siege here. It's not enough.
Yeah. Taeja just has so few units here. He's trying to do what he can with those siege tanks, but in the back, the siege tanks are cleaning them up. Flash is pushing into Taeja's natural.
Wow.
His supply is dwindling. Taeja's rallying every single unit he has here, but Flash is going to sit on top of his production if he can. Now cleaning up all the SCVs at Taeja's 3rd.
Yeah, these SCVs came off the 3rd here, but the supply 80 to 160 of Flash. Great production by both players, but Flash's army, there's just no stopping this. The resource loss tab, 11k to 5k. It just shows how much more, like, his army's been so quality, so cost efficient.
Yep. Flash now moving in, sieging his siege tanks a little bit closer. Taeja for the final engagement here, bringing everything he has. GG! Flash takes the series 3-0 and moves on to the grand finals here at HomeStory Cup 10.
So impressive by him. He's 14-0. Wow. What a man.
Yeah.
What a player.
I cannot remember the last time I saw Taeja get 3-0'd.
Yes, actually. Has he ever get 3-0'd?
I don't know. And like at HomeStory Cup, you send Taeja to HomeStory Cup, Taeja wins HomeStory Cup. This is not normal what's happened, but you know, Flash, he looked insanely solid.
Yeah, it's basically Goliath destroying